Hi everyone, welcome. I'm Mishka, and this is my first video in this Designer's Guide series that I'm creating for you guys. Hopefully you'll be able to catch some tips and tricks in this series, and today specifically we're going to be looking at my 10 favorite fonts for 2024 so far. So the first three fonts that I'm going to be sharing with you guys are very common fonts in the design community used today, and I'm sure that you will notice them. The first font that we're going to be taking a look at is Open Sans. So Open Sans is known as a humanist font, which basically means that it has some calligraphy roots in it, and you can spot when it's been hand drawn at some stage. So that is what humanist means in this case. It is a very good option to use for body text, and it is often used in web design and large system designs. I've used it myself, of course, because it's on my list in large system designs, very large system designs, and it keeps it clean and it just creates this overall comfortable feeling for the users. Okay. The second one that we're going to take a look at is Helvetica. It's an iconic sans serif typeface that is known for its clean and modern look. And as you can see, it works really well. It has different variations as well, where you have your italic, you have your bold, you have your regular, and it works really well on headings and signage. So it's a good choice, and a common choice to go with as well, which is always safe, right? Because it's familiar. Then we have Roboto, which is our next sans serif font, and it's also a very popular choice to go with amongst designers today. And it features kind of this geometric structure with these open curves, making it a really excellent choice for digital interfaces and applications. And I also use this font quite often when I'm not sure what to go with, when I'm looking for a clean body text font or typeface. I tend to fall back on this one quite often. Then we're looking at a little bit more of a unique font, which is also in our sans serif collection, and this is Varela Round. So Varela Round is a rounded typeface that is suitable for both modern and playful designs. I've also used this font for a logo design, and it came out really nicely, and I'm very pleased with the different options that you can use this font, or the different design styles you can use this font in. For example, here we have a very minimalist kind of social media post design that I created, where I'm using this typeface in all caps, and I think it just makes it look so clean, makes it look so beautiful. And for the next example here, you can see that we are using it in two different styles, and it just makes a really pretty picture. Then the next font that we're looking at, we're starting with our serif collection now. So this is Fiona, not Shrek's wife or Donkey's friend, just the normal Fiona font typeface, sadly. But it's a very elegant typeface, and although I only have one font style in this typeface, sadly, because it's a free version, I'm not sure if there are any more styles in the paid for font. But for the free version, I only have this one style. But as you can see, even though we only have one style, we have different variations of it that we can use. So you can add some letter spacing in there, or you can use it in all caps, and it just also provides this beautiful look and feel to your designs. For example, in this design where we have kind of this clean, modern look and feel. The next serif font that we're going to be taking a look at is Archer, and Archer is known as a slab serif font, which means that the letters kind of looks like they are boxed. However, Archer still provides us with kind of this humanist feel within the typeface that makes it look like it has been hand drawn, even though the letters have that box look to them. So it makes it very versatile and easy to read. And it works well for headings, it works well for body text and marketing material. And overall, it's just a really pleasing font for my eyes. As you can see, there's a hairline one option that I had to make black because it is so thin you can barely see it. And then we have the nice bolder color, and then we also have some examples of what this looks like within a design. And I think it's just such a pretty, clean and nice font to use. The next one that we're going to be taking a look at is Kinfolk. And I stumbled across this a while ago while I was on the hunt for a font that's a little bit different yet very elegant. And I found this one, and immediately I got this kind of Viking feel. This font seems to be so strong and yet so elegant and refined at the same time. So I decided, okay, let's download it. And I really like the way that they've designed this font. For example, you can see in the O they have these kind of sharp edges, and in the F's curves as well they have these sharp edges, which is just so unique and so beautiful. And originally this font was designed for a magazine specifically, so it's not a well-known font across the design community. There's only one weight or font style as well that I am able to use. I don't know if they've created more styles for the magazine specifically, but this is the only one that I can use that is for free. So as you can see, it works really well in elegant designs, and I've used it specifically here in a post about jewelry and promoting their brand, and you can see that it just looks so pretty, clean, neat, you name it, it looks good. Then we have next up a very retro playful font called Quincy, which has really subtle curves, and there are a lot of different weight or style options. I keep saying weight, but it's styles and it's weight and styles rather, right? So there are a lot of different style options for this typeface, and personally I think it works really well in retro designs. For example, here I've added a retro design example for you of a presentation introduction slide where we're using really vibrant colors, and the same for the next example that I have here. So it's just a really nice font, it works really well, it has really nice curves and edges, and it's a really good retro option to go with. The next one, and second last in line, is Cormorant Infant. We live in the Western Cape of South Africa, and there are a lot of cormorant birds on the beaches. So that already created kind of like a positive connection for me with this font. And it is a very refined serif font. It's been inspired by Garamond, for you guys that know that font. And I think it's just a naturally good choice for elegant designs. And they also have a lot of different styles. For example, they have the little bit more of a thin style, then a regular, and then a bit of a more semi-bold, and so forth, until you can see that they have some nice italic styles here as well. The last one that I want to share with you guys is Palm Canyon Drive, and this is the only script font that I'm going to be sharing with you guys today. Usually I'm not really a big fan of script fonts. They tend to be difficult to work with for me personally, but I found this one to be really nice, and it's just also a retro nice font option to use. So it is kind of like a mid-century modern aesthetic that it brings, and as you can see here in their own personal branding, it works really well with vibrant colors as well. And that's it for our font, you guys. I hope you enjoyed it, and stay tuned for a really cool tip. Yeah, I'll see you there. Okay, for those of you guys that stayed, yeek! be really excited because I'm about to share a very cool tool with you guys that I discovered a while back that helps organize and keep your fonts in different collections, and the name is Font Base. So I'm not exactly sure what they're using for Mac, but this is more specifically for Windows, and I'm also not sure what other devices you can download this on, but more specifically, I'm just covering Windows in this video. Okay guys, so this is what Font Base looks like. It has a nice search at the top here where you can search all of your fonts, and it'll usually automatically have all of your system fonts in here already. But then what's also nice is it allows you the option to add fonts from your local that you've downloaded. Let's say you've downloaded something from a browser, or a font from a browser, or you've purchased a font from Creative Market and you've extracted all of those font files. You can drag them directly into a collection that we're going to speak about now, or you can just drag them in here and it'll categorize it under all at the top here. So as you can see, I have quite a lot of fonts in here already, just because most of them comes from the system, and then I have downloaded quite a number of fonts personally as well. But what makes this program really nice is that you can create these collections. So I've created quite a lot of collections here, but what this allows you to do is it allows you to organize your fonts into these different collections, into these different categories. At the bottom here, what you would need to do, and this is one that I created previously when my video failed that I was trying to record for you guys. So what you need to do here at the bottom is type in unique, and then you add it to the list and it creates a new collection automatically. Then you can go through to your all fonts view and you can search for any font that you feel is very unique. You can take that font and you can drag it into this category here. As you can see, we have one in there now, and you can search for another one that you find to be unique. Drag it in there. Now we have 2 in there. So that is how you organize your fonts within Font Base. Now, what is really nice and really handy as well is you have the option of changing your colors, so your background and your font color up here. So I'm going to make my font white, and then my background, I'm just going to choose kind of like this color. And I think that looks really nice. So the reason why I only did this for this one is because I had it selected, and now I have Alcatra selected. So if we just go into, for example, this section here, it'll change it for all of them. So unless you select a specific one, it's going to change it across the board. Then we also have the option here of increasing the font size. I don't know what this is, honestly. I've never used it before, but you can go and explore this on your own. Okay, interesting. So yeah, you can go and explore that, but this is where you increase and decrease your font size. And then at the very bottom here, you have this input field where you can add your own sentence. Hello world. I'm Mishka, for example, and you can see how that would display. You go into your different categories, you can see that it is adapting across all of them. So you can go through and then look for a font that you really like and choose that one. This one is quite nice. It kind of gives that playful kindergarten feel. And this button here resets everything back to the way it was. You'll also see that we have this little view family link next to each font and a number. So what this means is that let's just find one with a lot of different options. Let's go into modern. Balota. Let's take a look at this one. View family, we can see there's 6 in there. So this shows us our different font or typeface styles. we can see that we have a 300 weight here, 300 italic, a regular, normal italic, and 700 weight, and so forth. So this is the section where you'll be able to find your bold, semi-bold, regular, italic styles of this typeface. You can also see in this section whether or not there are glyphs for the specific typeface and what the different headings and font sizes would look like in a waterfall approach. Okay, and you can select from this drop down if you want to view a different style, which is really handy. Okay, so we also have this section here. This is the last thing I want to show you about this tool, is the preview section. And it is still kind of new, so you'll see in this Discover section they have coming soon. But for preview, I actually used this in my previous failed video as well, so please excuse the already existing different types of fonts in here. But it allows you to choose one font. For example, let's just choose another one so you can see the difference. Poppins, italic. And you can type something different in here. For example, this is my heading. And then you can choose a different font for the bottom here. For example, this. Some text here. And I'm just gonna copy paste that because I want it to be a little bit longer. And now I can also increase this font size and the line height a little bit. And for this one as well, I can increase the size, and then I can see how these two font types would work together. You can also add padding if you want to the left and the right and the sides. Okay, so this is a really, really handy section to also have within this tool. And that's it for this video, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and please like, follow, subscribe for more design videos in the future. And just an FYI, I am going to be once again pasting the links in the description of this video to my Medium article, where you'll be able to find the links to download the fonts, and I'm also going to provide you with a link to download Fontbase. And yeah, please enjoy and stay creative.